I'm keeping this super brief. So can I just say, for those of you who waited, thank you. Your patience is very much welcome. This has taken me so long and has honestly consumed my life for a couple weeks. So I'm so happy to finally get this out for all of you. Basically, everything you see is a work in progress and due to change. Most specifically, pictures and voices. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with those. I'm going to quit stalling. Thank you. Please enjoy. Timestamps below if you only care about the new things I'd add. The hunter sits alone at a table on the airship. Other hunters and researchers scramble below the deck checking all of their equipment. Excitement is in the air as conversations can be heard. Talk about a mysterious new place and a supposed giant tree. A tall woman walks over to the table and slams her drink down. So, you're that hunter that's in charge of relations, huh? Can't believe they'd pick someone so scrawny.
Bro, please act like a professional. Looks are hardly a qualifier.
Come on, Kilo, I was just joshing them. I mean, they look capable, right? At this point, the players will be presented the option to customize their character.
I think they look capable. Must be all that muscle affecting your brain.
Sorry. Guess we started off on the wrong foot. I'm Tro. The guild wanted an ace hunter, but got me instead.
I suppose it was rude of me to not introduce myself as well. My name is Kilo, head researcher. We'll be working together a lot, won't we?
True, you'll be working double time, won't you? Not only taking requests from the guild, but from the Valiants as well. They're quite the rowdy bunch, so I'm sure you'll have your hands full.
Not everyone is happy with our arrival. Then again, that's where you come in, isn't it? Of course, I'll provide support when needed. This is hardly a one-person job.
Suppose I'll help too. That is, if you need it.
All crew on deck, we arriving. Seems like we've arrived. Well, Hunter, I have high hope in you.
Airship lands as a crowd begins to form around it. A large tattooed man and a woman wearing a long flowing dress step ahead of the crowd. The tattooed man motions for people to leave. Begrudgingly, the crowd disperses. Large side doors open on the airship and out steps Kilo, Tro, and the hunter. The three make their way towards the two new individuals.
So, you're the lot they sent.
Hush, Devere. Now is not the time for animosity. Greetings, members of the guild. I welcome your arrival. I am Fayar, mistress of the Valiant tribe, and this is my champion, Devere. He is akin to your hunters.
Please, the pleasure is all mine, Mistress Fayar. If not for your kindness, we may not have even been able to come here.
I would have preferred it that way.
Is there something you wish to get off your tongue, Devere? If so, please elaborate.
It's not right letting some outsiders come in and dictate how we live. We'd be better off sticking to what's worked before.
You mean like when you thought that taming Velociprey was a good idea?
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you send our little hunter here on a mission? You know, prove their worth and whatnot.
That sounds like a fantastic idea. So, Devere, got any missions for our friend?
I need some time to think. I'll get back to you when I come up with something. How about no, too easy? Maybe.
Well then, while he's thinking, I'll send you on your first task. We need some supplies to establish a camp. Head to the roofed forest and gather up the materials. Once you do that, starting an expedition will be a lot easier.
I'll come with you, you know, to make sure you ain't rusty and stuff. Besides, I need to get out for a bit after that ride.
I set up a cabin for you, and there you can find all of your supplies and equipment. Please come see me when you are ready to depart. I'll be by the fountain, writing up the outing.
At this point, the hunter is allowed access to a good amount of the village. They can visit their cabin, where they can change their gear in the item box. In there are 3 new weapons in addition to the base 14 that the hunter can pick from. First of which is called the cannon bolt. Unlike the other ranged weapons, the hunter will not need to manage ammo. Instead, each one comes equipped with 3 different shot types: multi-fire, bombard, and snipe. They can be toggled between during hunts. Keep watch of your heat gauge as to not burn out. A smart hunter will build up heat to a comfortable level to be able to use specials while keeping an eye on the gauge to make sure it doesn't go over. After the hunter chooses their weapon, they meet with Freyr at the fountain. Freyr serves as the quest maiden of the village. With a system similar to World, hunters can progress through the story with others. There are some changes brought in World, like group villages and quest accept from the main menu, also to make some smoother transitions to hunts. Cutscenes for story events can feature all 4 players, meaning you don't need to all have seen the cutscene individually.
Are you ready to go then? Alright, head out of the gate and follow the path and you should get there in no time.
Okay, Hunter, your first task is to gather some materials so we can establish a camp. Consider this your first expedition. Use this time to practice your weapon and to gather some items, Go and get 5 lagoon carapaces and put them in this box here. There are also extra supplies if you need them. If you need me, however, I'll be here at the camp spot. The hunter has been granted access to the roofed forest, a lush environment where the trees have swallowed the light. The ground itself is rich with nutrients, however, not much plant life can grow due to it being blanketed in the shadow of the massive trees. Areas 1, 2, 3, and 4 are available to explore at this time. The other areas are blocked by fallen debris. There is a small clearing in Zone 4 that leads to the shallows. The targets, lagoons, are found in areas 3 and 4. These large bugs have durable carapaces and a nasty bite that can leave hunters stunned. They make their nests inside of the large trees where they feed off the sap. Velociprey are also present on the map in Zone 2. Once the hunter gathers the materials, they can head back to the campsite where they can turn them in to get their first quest complete. Not bad! Now leave it to the builders to set this place up. Let's see if Mr. Muscles has your quest ready.
Hunter, there you are. I've got the perfect task for you. There's been a scappy spotted near the village. Normally I'd take care of it myself, but since I got a test here, I think this is the perfect opportunity to see your skill. That Wyverian you've traveled with. I saw him heading towards that ship of yours. Good luck out there, Hunter. Hate to lose you so soon.
Oh, so you've been tasked with hunting a scappy, eh? From what I've gathered, they are medium-sized fang beasts capable of storing various materials in their cheek pouches. The various items that they can pick up are classified under the debate earth elements. How interesting. It seems that they like causing fights between large monsters. That can spell disaster for Valiant. It seems like you have your work cut out for you, Hunter. Here are the notes on the scappy that I've collected. You should see Mistress Fayar before you leave. Best of luck, Hunter.
Devere has told me of his task for you. A scappy. Normally they don't come this close to the village. Let's not dwell on it. Are you ready to go, Hunter? Head to the gate and depart to the roof forest. Oh, and Hunter, after the quest, could you please come speak to me? It's not an important matter, just something I need to say.
We return to the roof forest, this time on an actual hunt. The target is a medium-sized fang beast called Scappy. Areas 6 and 7 are now available to explore, granting the player access to a lake sitting in a clearing and the roots of the massive world tree. Scappy can be first encountered in Area 6. Scappy may not be the fastest monster, however it makes up for this with its cunning intellect. It is capable of holding various objects in its cheek pouches. These items can be simple things like bark, stone, clumps of mud, and the like. Scappy will rapid fire whatever is in its cheeks. Due to its interaction with the environment, it has been put under the newly debated earth element. Many researchers have argued some time for this classification for certain monsters. It is currently in the trial phase, so only a handful of monsters can be classified as thus. Scappy likes to cause trouble. There is no ecological benefit in them doing so. One of the things they have been observed doing is leading two other monsters to each other, causing turf wars. Generally, they stay away from civilization. It's believed that they have some uncanny knowledge to avoid hunters. However, there have been exceptions where Scappy will cause monster fights right next to villages. Scappies will even do this when they're not the target monsters on a quest, causing hunters to have to keep notes on their whereabouts. The last thing you want is to be fighting 3 monsters at once. Their light fur and carapace can be used to create equipment that is capable of withstanding heat. Hunters have used parts to fashion fairly powerful bowgun materials. Scappy can be fought in zones 2, 3, 6, 7, and later zones 8 and 9 of the Roofed Forest. Once Scappy is defeated, the hunter returns to the village. At the front gate, Devere can be seen leaning on the post. He sits up and approaches the hunter.
So, you took it out, eh? Just 'cause you passed my trial, doesn't mean I can trust yours yet. I'll have more tasks at some point. For now, listen to that Wyverian. He seems to have some other things for you.
Devere turns around and leaves just as Feyre approaches. Feyre shoots Devere a smile as they pass. He nods and continues on his way. Feyre shifts her attention to the hunter and gives a warm smile.
And you say, "Thank you, Hunter." That might seem a bit out of place, but truth be told, your arrival is honestly hope enough for some of us. If you didn't know already, the World Tree is dying. Its branches have begun to fall and disasters have come with it. If the World Tree dies, we die alongside it. And that's nothing to say about our Black Girl Order. When the guild contacted us, I was very well ecstatic. Hopefully you carry the answers that we need. Please guide us, Hunter. Who knows how much time we have left. Rest well tonight. Tomorrow's business will need your full energy.